Take a look as our former kitchen director, Virginia Willis, shows us her wonderful Blackberry Cobbler.
Hi, I'm Virginia Willis and the author of Bon Appetit, Y'all, Recipes and Stories from 3 Generations of Southern Cooking. In my family, there was always time for dessert, especially when it was my grandmother's Blackberry Cobbler. It's so delicious and yet quick and easy to prepare. Let me show you. So today we're using blackberries. Here I have farm-raised blackberries. The wild blackberries can often be smaller. What you want to do with the fruit is you want to taste it and make sure that it's sweet enough. If it's not quite sweet enough, you may want to add just a little bit of sugar. And there are lots of different kinds of cobblers. There's a batter cobbler, which is what this is. There are cobblers that have the dough on the top or pastry. But this, you'll see just how simple it is. So in this bowl, I have my flour and my sugar. I'm going to add a pinch of salt. When I'm baking, I always like to use fine sea salt, not coarse kosher salt. And here, I have one. Isn't that beautiful? And what you want to do is you want to get it just enough crunchy and just enough fruit. And I like to serve it with ice cream. You can also serve it with whipped cream. If we wanted to do the Bon Appetit part a little bit more than the y'all, we could serve creme fraiche. And there we go. With my grandmother's recipe for cobbler, you have no excuse for not making a homemade dessert. Bon appetit, y'all. Enjoy.
Hey, y'all. I'm in here with Virginia Willis, the fellow Georgian who is a very accomplished chef. The theme today is
Southern Generations. Will you grab a pinch full of salt for me, please?
Yes. That girl is so fast with a knife, y'all. I wouldn't cross her in a dark alley for nothing. I have had so much fun being in here in the kitchen with you today,
I've had
Virginia.
a blast.
And that looks just right.
Got it?
That's perfect. You are so talented.
That smells incredible, doesn't it?
Y'all, the herbs that Virginia has on this is smelling so delicious. It's just overpowering.
I like it. What I can't wait to get a hold of is some of that skin.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I'm just going to add some chicken stock, about 2 cups. Look how nice that is. And the flavor of the herb is that crusted the ham.
Uh-huh.
And then we just want to season this with a little bit of salt.
Uh-huh.
And then a little bit of pepper.
Virginia, that is you. Looks fabulous. I love you.
Me too. Any woman that likes pork skin as much as I do.
Wow.
We're going to make a tangle of greens, and I have some beautiful collards here. What I'm doing is I'm just going to remove the stem. And tomorrow, you want to try one? Sure. Do one? You just take out the tough stem. Now, tomorrow, I'll be doing pot liquor shots. Mm-hmm. And then today, though, I wanted to show everyone a really quick and simple way to cook the collards. Put the collards in fairly quickly because we don't want the garlic to burn. Mm-hmm. And then just literally just wilt them. Mm-hmm. And it's so good and so healthy for you. I use Georgia pecan. You ask all the chefs in the South what mayonnaise they use. If it's not homemade, it's got to be Duke's. This is the one thing we definitely agree on.
Well, the author of this wonderful book, Virginia Willis, has brought together the food of her native Georgia and her classical French techniques to create this really pretty book. So now, what's the story behind this cake?
Oh, it was my favorite cake when I was growing up. I always asked for it for my birthday. So what I want to do, I've just spent all this time beating those whites, so I don't want to beat them down.
Okay, we don't want to bang the pan.
It, exactly.
Okay.
But what I do want to do is I want to just smooth it out, okay, and then run a knife or an offset spatula through.
Oh, through the center?
Just in case there are any air pockets.
Oh, good, okay.
Okay.
So it is, oh, wow, look how perfect. So now do we loosen it?
Yes, ma'am, you can loosen it.
And in honor of Mother's Day, Virginia has brought copies of this book for all of you in the audience. So that's real.
Cheese, such as a fresh mozzarella, you can put it in the freezer for a few moments. It'll harden the cheese, and then it's much easier.
So that's all pureed. And if only we had some shredded cheese to put on that.
Oh, but guess what we do? A little bit of Parmigiano Reggiano.
Outstanding.
I want you to come put your feet under my stove or table anytime you want to.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I've had a great time.
We send you love and best dishes. Bon appetit, y'all.